Part of the reason why Zubin Balaporia is here is because I'm a huge Indus Creed fan. Before that, Rock Machine. But that is not the entire reason he's here. It's because his photographs are absolutely stunning. I mean, just to give you a visual insight, if you're streaming some live video, this is Blessed by the Light, and this wonderful animal series. Starting with elephants and going on to ponies and horses. More conversation with him. The photography exhibition is at the Baro, B-A-R-O, at Lower Parel. You'll be able to Google map it. In Sunmill Compound it is. More conversation.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Well, all wildlife photographers will tell you what's life without a little bit of risk. And you've had a fair share of risk. You've actually thrown out of Kaziranga.
Yeah, that's a
Pray tell all.
yeah, that's an interesting story. So first of all, to shoot wildlife, you have to have really good long lenses, zoom lenses. I don't. So I have a very simple 24-70 lens, which means if I want to shoot anything, I have to get real close. So I think it was in 2014 or so when I decided to go to Arunachal and Assam to Kaziranga for about 7-8 day photography jaunt on my own, and it was bitterly cold. It was I think the 1st of January or something like that, and when I shot like crazy, traveled like crazy. The last day I was sitting in my tent and thinking it's all done, and I asked my guide driver anything left out, and he said, yeah, I can take you to an orchid park. I said, no, I don't want to see orchids. And he said, what about cultural dance? I said, no, not my scene either. He said, then we've done it all. But there's one place that nobody goes to. So I said, let's go now. 5 minutes later, I said, tell me about it in the car, just let's go. So he took me to this beautiful place in the park where the elephants come to have a bath. There's a river there, and elephants love water. So they bathe in the river, and then when they come out, now by that time it's about 6 o'clock in the evening, and it's roughly about 6 or 7 degrees. Even elephants feel the chill. So the mahouts light small fires in the fields, and the elephants go and stand there and they feed and they enjoy the smoke from the fires, and they kind of warm up from the cold water which they've had a bath in. So I was so taken in by the sight, but the light had practically gone and it was past visitors' timings, and the guide said we have to leave. I said, you can leave, I'm not going anywhere. And so he said, be careful, don't. And I'm very respectful of animals and the privacy that they should be given. So I just crept up as much as I could, as close as I thought was safe. It was very cold, and it was also, in Kaziranga, the ground is very slushy. So it's almost like you're in a bog kind of environment. And I shot these elephants there, and it was actually a very moving experience, to see them like that, very calm, quiet, eating, enjoying the smoke. And then a few minutes later, a ranger came on a cycle and spotted me and was extremely irritated and evicted me immediately. But I think I got what I wanted. So
Correct. And there's also a nice one which is like an elephant sauna.
Yeah, so that's the.
They love their water.
Yeah,
don't
that's
they?
the one where the baby's having a bath.
Yeah.
The calf is having a bath, and then a few minutes later they're all out warming up.
There's a posing pony. There are some Bhutanese horses, a white horse, and of course the sparring stallions that you call them.
Yeah.
So the horse or the pony or the mare series.
So the entire horse series is shot in Bhutan at Tiger's Nest, which is a climb which you can do in Paro. It's a very, very beautiful place, and my wife and I had visited there, and we did the climb up. It takes about 4 hours to, I think, 3 to 4 hours to climb up. But when we reached the base of the climb, that area was so beautiful and serene that I told my wife we have to come back tomorrow morning just to do some photography here. So we did the climb, came back, passed out that day because it was really tiring, and the next morning we went back and I shot these horses there. And the sparring stallions is basically 2 horses aggressively, I mean, they look like they're virtually fighting for supremacy or something. And it was interesting to capture that because I was actually focusing completely in the opposite direction, and the sun was coming out, whereas the horses were behind me in a very shady area. And I heard this commotion, and I turned around and I saw them. And the first thing that struck me is that I'm never going to get this because the camera was set for a different light totally. So I was furiously working the lens and shooting as quick as I could. I got 6 shots off, out of which 5 were unusable, but then you only need that one. And I'm very happy that that one came across. So that's part of the exhibition as well.
Messages and back.